I was sitting here talking to myself about some of the goals that I had written down in here, just because I feel like I've been slipping off of that a bit. And then I realized like I could probably just record this and watch it back later as well. Work on the articulation that we were talking about before, and also just like have it to, and have it to look back on. And I was in the library the other day reading this book called Tiny Habits. It's basically just like Atomic Habits by whatever that guy's name is, James Clear. And it was just saying like you need to break down like the habits that you want to build into the most minuscule versions of themselves, right? So like if you want to build a habit of being a healthy, fit person, so like increasing the amount of exercise that you do from day to day. Maybe every time, the example in the book was every time the guy went into the bathroom to take a piss, after he took a piss, he would do five push-ups, or like 5 squats or something like that. So I'm trying to like look back on the different categories on my vision board and see if there are any actionable steps that I could incorporate into my life that I know would incrementally get me closer to these goals, right? So the first one is small business owner, right? I have no clue what that business would even be, but I do know that I want to be my own boss. At some point, I don't need to start off being my own boss, because I think it's important to get like work experience whatever way you can. But I know at some point I want to be my own boss, or like be a partner in some sort of business. But like that goal itself is just so massive, so huge, and like I don't know exactly where I would even start there, so like I sort of dumbed down the idea of small business owner to just career goals in general. And like, what does that look like? The first thing that came to mind was networking. And how do I network? Send emails, make calls with people who are in industries that I find interesting, and just like have conversations with them. And right now I have like a list of people, like a list of people who I want to network with, whether they're from my high school or from my college. It's mainly those two groups. I guess I could do my camp, but I haven't looked into that group of people too much as of right now. But so I have the list, and I thought like maybe one of my actionable steps could be to send out an email to one of these people every single day. But then I think for me that's at least too lofty of a goal. I think at some point I would be able to do that, send out an email every single day. But like after I've sort of gotten into a routine of like reaching out to people and knowing what to say and what not to say, and like sort of cultivating within myself that like genuine curiosity. I mean, the genuine curiosity is already there. It's just a matter of sending out those emails. I'll probably pause the video for now, since I see the people walking past and they're talking a bit. So okay, they passed. What I was saying about the emails that I want to send out, like that goal of doing an email every single day, I think is unsustainable for me right now. So like I'm trying to think of ways to like dumb that down, or like pick it apart so that that actionable step that I want to do every single day is more like is very easily achievable. Like it's easy with fitness. If I wanted to break that down to an actionable step, that could be like waking up and instantly doing a sun salutation as soon as I get out of bed. That takes what, like 10 seconds to do? Or like the example that was in the book, doing a couple push-ups after you take a piss, a couple squats when you walk into your room or out of your room or something, or before you take a nap, before you go to bed. But like with this career one, I'm really struggling to try and pick it apart to its smallest pieces. Because like I think the networking route is a good route to go down in terms of wanting to build my career path / be on my way towards like being my own boss. But I'm just having a hard time like figuring out where that actionable step lies. And maybe the actionable step could just be looking at the list of people in my network and thinking about who I'd want to contact, or like honing in on one specific person and quote unquote working on that networking email. But I think that's too vague of an actionable step for me to actually feel like I'm making progress, and I say this without having actually done any of that yet, so like I don't really know, but my initial thoughts is that'd be too vague for me to feel like, or too abstract of an actionable step for me to feel like progress is actually being made, or for me to, it'd be too vague of an actionable step for me to, like it would be so vague of an actionable step that I would feel like I'm making progress, when in reality I'm just like, sitting there with my dick in my hands, pretending like I'm doing something. But I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to ramble on for too long in this one. There are a bunch of different other categories. There's like the linguist category, which is easy. Well, not easy, but like it's simple. And that would just be like learning one new word in Chinese every single day. Obviously, like if I learn one new word every single day, like I'm not going to get very far with Chinese, but it's a hell of a lot better than not diving into the numerous Chinese textbooks that I have for like weeks on end, which is what I've done this entire summer so far, which is like very disappointing. But like, yeah, that's simple. Another one of the categories is wilderness. That one's a bit tougher because like it involves like hiking and like doing canoe trips and kayaking and learning survivalist skills, learning how to fish, hunt, all that stuff. It has a lot of things to do with just camp activities in general, which is like, that's also difficult to break down into an actionable step. And then another one is fitness, another one is self-defense. That could just be like, I don't know, shadow boxing for like 5 minutes every day. Another one is family. I guess that kind of ties into like social connection. So like calling up a friend or texting a friend every day, or saying something nice to one of my family members every day. Then there's land. There's a bunch of different other ones, but like, I guess I was just struggling to think up one for small business owner / career on this one, so I thought I'd try and wrap my head around it through speaking. I don't think I got that far, to be honest. So I don't know how productive this was, but anyway, I'm gonna go for a little run. I'm right next to the track right now. The sun is blazing, you know. It feels really nice out today, though. It has been for the entire day. It's a bit hot, but like, I think I still do need to break a sweat. So I'm gonna get that done. First time doing plyos in a minute. One thing I always forget about plyos is that you're supposed to be like, or at least our coach would tell us that you're supposed to be like fully rested before doing each one. So you shouldn't be like huffing and puffing or panting before you do, or at least while you're doing the next rep, you know. I think I was just like so excited to get back into plyos after not doing them for months. I sort of just wanted to like get through them, get to the next one. So I was a bit out of breath for each one, and I'm not too sure how my camera roll's doing right now. Like the video might have already ended. I don't even know. But yeah, it feels back to get into plyos, especially in the sun, getting some grounding in on the grass. Let's go. Good sesh. Dude, I keep on forgetting that these videos are literally for the benefit of myself. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be like stuck in a creator's block, think to myself like, oh my God, like, I don't know, like I'm not gonna record a video, I'm not gonna record an audio, I'm not gonna film myself. Oh damn, I totally could have gotten some film just now. That's tough. I just went for a 2-miler. That's tough. And I was on the track too. It's okay. Anyway, I'll like have creator's block and I'll think to myself like, dude, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't have anything interesting to say right now. Blah, blah, blah. And like, I just remembered. I didn't realize because like I already knew, but I just like remembered the fact that I don't need to worry about how like other people find the videos, just because like it's for me to look back on, you know, and if like other people benefit from it, like 100%, you know what I mean? That's the best of both worlds, you know. But if nobody's benefiting from it and like nobody watches the videos, then that's okay, you know. That'll always be okay, because when I look back on them, I'll benefit from them somehow, you know. It's just like journaling, but in video form. I can go back and gain some perspective from my past self, you know. That's what it's all about. That's what journaling's about, at least in my view. Just gaining perspectives from your past yous, the past versions of you. And this is just like a video adaptation of that. Yeah, quick thought. It's Saturday. No. Yeah, it is Saturday still. No, it's Friday. And just finished a 2-mile run, real low. I was listening to like a zone 2 low heart rate training video while running to it, so it seemed kind of meta, but I was learning some very key points to low heart rate training as I was running, so that felt very nice. So it was definitely a slower pace today. Honestly, not even as slow as I think I probably should be going, but I don't know what my heart rate, I don't have like a heart rate monitor or anything, but one of the ways the guy in the video said that you can sort of check to see if you're in that zone 2, if you're in that low heart rate zone, is using the nasal breathing test. So like breathing through your nose the entire time you're running, and if you can do that, then you're in a lower zone. Or doing like the talk test, which is like if you can chat / like sing a song while you're running, without like being extremely labored in your breathing, then you're in a lower heart rate zone. Those were the first 2, and the other 3 were like had something to do with calculating math, but like you needed a heart rate monitor for it. But yeah, nice day on the track. Absolutely beautiful out today. All right, let me not drone on anymore. Catch you in the next clip.